Okay, here's a quick little video on modifying a Fender Champ 25 SE drive channel to make it sound good. Most people don't like the sound of that drive channel, and it's a shame because it's a nice little amp. It's a little 25 or 30 watt tube amp, power section with two 6L6s and a phase splitter section with a 12AX7A. So I didn't like the drive channel either on this. So I said, let's see if we can make it sound good. So let me show you here. Here's a schematic of the drive channel, the main section that gives you the overdrive. And we can see here it's got, around this op amp TLO72, it's got 4 diodes in one direction and 3 in the other. Basically, it's asymmetrical compression circuit or limiter. So what my modification does is it takes away this section by shorting out R28. You don't need these extra diodes. They don't do anything for the sound. As a matter of fact, they make it sound worse. So what will remain is this back-to-back diode clipper and these two. And we change this R27 to a 33K ohm resistor. This coupling cap C16, it's shown on the schematic as a 0.047 microfarad, and it's in series with a 33K looking into the minus input of the op amp. That gives you a fairly high low frequency cutoff. If you don't like the bass response in this section, basically take that and make it bigger. That's what I did. So in the original circuit on my amp, that C16 wasn't even a 0.047, it was actually a 0.022. So it had like a 200 hertz low frequency roll off high pass filter. So I changed that to a 2.2 microfarad. You can see it here. So again, the other modification, which is very simple, is I have a short across R28. You can see that right here. Put a short across R28, and R27, I just pulled one side of it and put a series 22.7K resistor. So it's 2 resistors in series. You could just as easily take that out, the original 10K, and put a 33K in. Here's a transient simulation comparing the original overdrive circuit of the Fender Champ 25 SE and the black trace. The modification is the red trace. The input signal is the blue trace. That's a 1 volt peak input signal. And you can see difference between the black original and the red is basically a softening of the front end. The rise time is not so high because it's not so much gain in the circuit, and the clipping on the top is softer than the clipping on the bottom, whereas the original is actually more symmetric clipping, which is part of the reason why it doesn't sound good. The red modification curve has harder clipping on the bottom half of the wave and softer on the top, and that's a characteristic of tube amplifiers. They tend to squash one side of the waveform and elongate the other, and that's adds second harmonics, which is pleasing to the ear, rather than odd harmonic, which is more of the symmetrical clipping effect. Okay, here we got the amp out, and I'm on the clean channel right now, and this is the clean channel, an example of the clean channel sound. It's a nice chimey sound. We'll go to the lead channel now with the modification. Of course, there's a lot of different settings you can put that on, but it's got a nice tone now. If I turn the gain down a little bit, get just kind of a crunchy sound. Compared to the clean. Okay, so that's a comparison there. In my opinion, it sounds a heck of a lot better than it did before. It's a usable channel now, the drive channel. And I think a lot of people feel that way. So it's a simple modification and sounds pretty good. Thanks for watching.